Hi there everyone and welcome to my channel. Today in this video we will be having some fun and looking at the question, how does the moon really influence human life? So today we are looking at the truth about the moon's influence on human life, trying to separate fact from fiction. Hi there you guys and welcome. Welcome. So, for centuries, the moon has absolutely captivated the human imagination and sparked our curiosity. From ancient times, people have been fascinated by the moon's luminous beauty, mysterious aura, and gravitational pull. In many cultures, the moon has been attributed with supernatural powers, and various legends and myths have been created around it. Some people have even blamed the moon for affecting human behavior and causing mood swings, leading to the belief that werewolves come out during full moons. Ooh. Others have associated the moon with madness and insanity, creating a popular notion of lunacy that still persists in modern times. Some even believe that the moon is man-made. Despite our increased scientific understanding of the moon, it continues to hold a special place in our collective consciousness, inspiring awe and wonder in all those who gaze upon it. But how much does the moon really affect us? Let's find out. Myth versus reality. There has been little hard evidence to prove that the moon has a measurable effect on human physiology and behavior. But research exploring the data behind some moon myths has opened up fascinating new areas of study, suggesting we have more to learn about the lunar influence on our lives. One of the most widely known myths associated with the moon is its supposed link to human behavior and mood swings. For centuries, people have believed that the moon's phases could affect our emotions and mental states. And ding ding, I'm definitely one of those believers, you guys, causing everything from anxiety to hysteria. However, despite numerous studies, there has been little scientific evidence to support this theory. Another intriguing myth is the belief in the power of the full moon to turn people into werewolves. This concept has its roots in ancient folklore and has been perpetuated in popular culture for generations. Despite being purely fictional, the idea of a transformation under the light of a full moon remains a popular uh, trope in the literature and film. In addition to these myths, the moon has also been blamed for causing madness and erratic behavior. The term lunacy comes from the Latin word luna, meaning moon, and was once used to describe a range of mental illnesses believed to be influenced by the moon's phases. While modern medicine has disproven this theory, it remains an interesting historical curiosity. Despite the lack of scientific evidence supporting these myths, recent research has shown that the moon's influence on our lives may be more complex than we previously thought. Some studies have explored the potential links between the moon's cycles and our sleep patterns, while others have looked at how the moon may affect certain wildlife or animal behaviors. As we continue to study and learn more about the moon's impact on our world, we may discover even more fascinating insights into the mysteries of this enigmatic celestial body. Some researchers have found that the phase of the moon seems to have a measurable effect on people with bipolar disorder. A 2018 study showed that patients who changed their body temperatures and sleep cycles to be in step with lunar phases were more likely to have a depressive to manic transition. However, there was no connection found between the moon's phase and menstrual cycles. Research indicates that people get less sleep during a full moon, with more of a delay in entering into REM sleep. People took an average of 5 minutes longer to fall asleep and slept 20 minutes less during a full moon. There are also signs that some people may experience a change in cardiovascular conditions driven by moon phases. Other facts that have been shown to be affected by the moon's influence on humans include: number one, birth rates. Several studies have suggested a correlation between the phase of the moon and the number of births. Some have shown that the number of births increases during the full moon, while others suggest that it decreases during the new moon. Number two, crime rates. Some researchers have found that crime rates may be affected by the phase of the moon. For example, a study conducted in the UK found that violent and aggressive behavior was more common during the full moon. Number three, mental health. While the link between the moon and mental health is still not well understood, some studies have suggested that people with certain mental health conditions, such as schizophrenia and personality disorders, may be more sensitive to the effects of the moon. Number four, plant growth. The moon's gravitational pull is known to affect the tides on Earth, but it may also have an impact on plant growth. Some farmers believe that planting crops during certain phases of the moon can result in better yields. Number five, animal behavior. The moon is also known to affect the behavior of some animals, such as wolves and sea turtles. For example, sea turtles use the moon's reflection on the water to navigate when they are laying eggs on the beach. It is essential to remember that the moon doesn't have a noticeable impact on most people's lives most of the time. It's just one of the environmental factors that might affect our sleep, moods, and vitality. Let's have a look at the moon's role in creation. Whether or not the moon influences human behavior to any great extent, its major role in enabling life on Earth is absolutely unquestioned. Billions of years ago, the moon was positioned 10 times closer to Earth, creating tides that were 1,000 times higher than those we see today. These huge tides stripped minerals from coastal areas and added them to the oceans, which then seemed to have been an essential step in allowing life to evolve quicker in the water. So for fun, there are several experiments that viewers can conduct to explore the potential effects of the full moon on their bodies and behavior. And here are a few suggestions. Number one, let's do a sleep experiment. Keep a sleep diary for a month or so, making sure to note the phases of the moon each night and make a note the next morning to state how well you slept. See if there is any correlation between the quality of your sleep and the lunar cycle. You can also use a sleep tracking device to measure your sleep patterns and compare them to the phases of the moon. So number two is a mood experiment. Keep a journal or a record of your mood for a month or so, noticing the phases of the moon each day. See if you notice any patterns in your mood changes during the different lunar phases. You can also use a mood tracking app to help you keep track of your moods. Outdoor activity experiment is number 3. Plan to engage in an outdoor activity such as hiking or gardening during different phases of the moon. Take note of how you feel physically and mentally during each activity and compare it to the lunar phase. Number 4, experiment with friends. Gather a group of friends who are interested in exploring the effects of the full moon. Plan to meet during the different phases of the moon and compare notes on any changes in behavior, mood, or energy levels. And that's about it, you guys. With regards to experiments, you can absolutely be creative if you want to really check out if the moon truly does have an effect on us, our plants, our animals. You can certainly watch your children, watch your animals, watch your plants for a month and just compare it to the phases of the moon and see how they are affected. It is important to note that while these experiments can be fun and interesting, they are not scientifically rigorous and they may not provide conclusive evidence for the moon's effects on us. However, they can be a great way to explore your own body and behavior and perhaps learn something new about yourself in the process. To conclude, you guys, although the idea of the moon influencing human behavior and physiology may seem like a myth, scientific research has proved evidence of some potential links. As we continue to learn more about the moon's effects, it is important to keep an open mind and recognize that there is still so much more to discover. I encourage you guys to share your thoughts, your beliefs, and your experiences with the full moon or any other moon phase. Your personal experiences could be valuable to someone else and help us better understand the complexities of the lunar influence on our lives. I will catch you guys in my next video.